November football is here. It's week 9 of the high school football season, and it's coming up next on Fred TV as the Durfee Hilltoppers host the Quincy Presidents. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud. Thanks for tuning in for our continued coverage of high school sports this fall. Well, for the Hilltoppers, we know that they've had a tough season, an 0-7 record coming into tonight's matchup. But let's talk about some of the positives. One is that tonight is senior night and homecoming night, so that always brings in a big crowd to support the team. But now when we talk about what's going on the field, let's talk about the defense. It's been pretty solid this season. Despite not having a win, we haven't seen many blowout losses like in past seasons where losing streaks have been around. So, what's going to be the recipe for success? Well, the Hilltoppers have had trouble protecting the football on offense. Last week we saw 5 turnovers, 4 were pickoffs. Got to limit those and protect the ball so you can continue those drives and get to the end zone. It was only a 2-score loss last week. The Quincy Presidents come in having just won their first game last week, so record-wise, pretty evenly split. We hope you'll stick around for all the action tonight on Fred TV. Kickoff just moments away. Oh, great job by the band there. A little snippet of their pre-game show. They're not going to play at halftime because this is homecoming night, as I said in the open. And so we will have all of the homecoming candidates announced at halftime. Hilltoppers won the toss. They elect to receive and go on offense. The kickoff from the Presidents goes out of bounds just past the 30. And that's where the flag is thrown. The Presidents come all the way from Quincy High School. Grabbed their first win last week. They were 0-7 prior to last week. Now 1-7. They took out Brookline. Brookline was 2-5 before losing to Quincy last week. And now the Hilltoppers going to have them re-kick. So rather than take the penalty and just start where the ball went out of bounds, they're actually going to have Quincy re-kick 5 yards further back. Let's see if this pays off for Durfee. So a re-kick here. That's a good kickoff right down Main Street. And I believe that is Eli Concepcion there who just took it. He's going down the sidelines with a nice return, taken out just past the 40 of the Presidents. That's a great return for Eli Concepcion. He had a good game last week in the loss. So look for him to be a force.
That ball returned to the 40-yard line. First down, Durfee ball.
Last week, we saw a number of players cramp up towards the end of the game for Durfee. One of those being Latrell Canto, number 4. He's had this happen. He's been dealing with a calf injury going back to the beginning of the season, but we saw it tighten up on him a few times in the game last week to a point where he actually had to come out. Now, I don't see him on the field at the moment. I'm not sure if he's suited up or not. I don't even see his number on the sideline, so I don't think he might be even suited up. Taking on the run here, first down, and it stops right about at the line of scrimmage. I tell you, we keep talking about the great weather that we have had here this fall. My goodness, here we are, November 3rd, and at kickoff, a 7 o'clock game, it is 65 degrees. That's like basically unheard of for this time of the year. Now, it's next Friday for Week 10. We're not sure if there's going to be a home game in the city. I think the percentages are pretty low for the Hilltoppers to have a home game, but Diamond has only had 2 home games, and neither have been on their home turf. So I think they got a pretty good shot at a home game next week. They went on the road for the first round of the playoffs. They lost. They're on the road at Carver this week. So I would expect that the Bengals might get a home game next week for the final regular season game, especially since they have to travel on Thanksgiving. They don't get to host this year against the New Bedford-Volk Bears. So we're hopeful that we will still have football next week, even though we don't anticipate Durfee having a home game. Hoping that Diamond will have a home game so we can see the Bengals one last time in 2017.
That'll bring up 3rd and 5.
It's going to be 3rd and 5 after Concepcion took it to the 35. So they got 5 more yards to gain. Again, a great run back for him, in excess of 20 yards, closer to 30 yards really. And hoping that the Hilltoppers can keep the drive going. Again, offense has been pretty slow and quiet this season. It has not been as strong as last year, and they're going to be stopped almost right at the line of scrimmage, maybe 1 yard on the gain. It looked like that was, might have been Lucas Roque who took that one.
For no gain, bringing up 4th down.
It'll be 4th and 4. We rarely see the Hilltoppers punt it. So it'll be interesting to see if they just decide to go for it. I mean, it's not the worst spot to go for it if you don't convert. Quincy has a huge team, numbers-wise and size-wise. They're definitely a bit bigger than Durfee in stature and by the numbers here. Of course, you know, Quincy being so close to Boston. There is a flag, dead ball. I think there was a timeout on the sidelines called by Quincy. Indeed, there was. Coach Bill Reardon, the head coach, called timeout just before the snap. A quick 20-second timeout.
20-second timeout taken by the Quincy Presidents.
Eddie Feliciano, number 20, heads out with the play call. Don't see anybody as a QB in the back here, so we'll see if they do a direct snap and just take it. Well, Feliciano, actually, he's been acting as the QB, so I scratched that. Oh, he had some room. He got a key block, but I don't know if he can get around. He's not gonna. Could not get around Mark McKenna, the tight end, and then is taken down behind the line of scrimmage, rather. So it is a turnover on downs for the Hilltoppers. They basically are 4 and out. I like the play call. There was 2 Hilltoppers that made a good block, but McKenna was still able to get by. And unfortunately for the Hilltoppers, Feliciano not quick enough to be able to turn in. But they seem to execute that fairly well, just couldn't pay off. So Durfee turns it over at the 36, and that's where we'll see the Presidents take over for the first time in the game. They get to go on offense. Nice spin move and a good dive forward for a couple extra yards, probably about a 7-yard carry. That was Captain Sean Hawthorne, one of 3 captains for the Presidents. Number 24 is also number 22, Dominic Laptiste, and number 36, Brian Nguyen. So it is a 7-yard carry. It'll be 2nd and 3, or 2nd and a long 3. And going to hand it off again, and a first down and a few more, about 6 yards that time for Hawthorne.
That carry will be good enough for a President's first down.
Got it out to the 48 of the Presidents, looking across midfield, get into Durfee territory. So 1st and 10. They toss it back. And that is number 36. Hilltoppers can't wrap him up. Now they do. Lucas Roque had him and was able to at least slow him up. His teammates there to bail him out and make the tackle, and that was Brian Nguyen, one of the other captains there, who took that toss and pitched it out here towards the near side before being taken down across midfield. A 4-yard carry, 2nd and 6.
That carry will put the Presidents on the 48-yard line, bringing up 2nd down.
They hand it off to Hawthorne, stopped just after the line of scrimmage, about a 1-yard carry, and it'll bring up 3rd and 5.
That tackle made by number 1, Devon Williams.
It was Devon Williams on the tackle for the Hilltoppers. We're looking at a 3rd and 5 from the 47 of the Hilltoppers. Looking to pass on 3rd down. It is incomplete. No flags, and the Hilltoppers force 4th down.
That ball knocked away by number 1, Devon Williams. That will bring up 4th down for the President.
Colin Cavini, the quarterback, not able to connect with his receiver there on a short crossing route to the outside, and Hilltoppers will wait for the punt. So after a 1st down, unable to proceed any further down the field. Now a flag comes in. And it'll back up the Presidents. Five-yard penalty brings up 4th and 10 now, so they'll punt from a little further back. Hilltoppers right on the line there. And now another flag, 2 flags come in. And it is a false start. I'll tell you, the Hilltoppers D-line there, really, they were very, very close to being in the neutral zone. I mean, practically helmet to helmet with the offensive line. Luckily, they weren't called on that. So another 5 yards back, 4th and 15. The Presidents backing up to almost where they started the drive, thanks to the false start. Get the kick off, and we're going to have a flag roughing the kicker as this goes all the way down to the 5. Hilltoppers a little over anxious there, so now we'll see if we're going to have another re-kick. That's a pretty good spot. I'd be surprised if Quincy re-kicks here. And probably take the personal foul.
There is a flag on the field that is a roughing the kicker call.
You know what? From what it looks like, I think the Presidents are going to re-kick again. I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised considering where the Hilltoppers only got back to about the 15. It actually turns into an 1st down for the Presidents, so scratch that. That's actually why they're not re-kicking. So they get to keep the ball, a very costly mistake for the Hilltoppers. Handoff again to Hawthorne. Taken down after about 5 yards. Be 2nd and 5. That's a killer right there. You had the Presidents backed up on back-to-back penalties, and then you come in and you hit the kicker.
2nd down.
You should have the ball, but unfortunately it didn't turn out that way. So 2nd and 5 now as the Presidents got half of the yardage to get the 1st down. They got to go another 5. Dropping back to pass, some pressure, and it's thrown away. There's nobody there. That should have been intentional grounding, and there's no flag. Like, he was not out of the pocket. So the officials certainly missed one right there. There was nobody in the vicinity of that, and there is the flag. Intentional grounding.
There is a flag on the field.
Better late than never, I suppose.
It'll be intentional grounding on the president.
The ball backed up to just shy of the 45, so between the 44 and 45 yard line. And it'll be third down. 3rd and 13. It was 2nd and 5. But now 3rd and 13. So the Hilltoppers defense with another opportunity here to try to get the ball back. 3rd and 13. Tough to convert on a 3rd and long like that. And there's an offsides on Durfee. Number 71 jumped the gun there. It was Javon Smith. And it is incomplete. In and out of the hands. That should have been caught. What a killer there for, I believe that was TJ Ortiz, number 34.
That knocked away, but there is a flag on the field.
So this should be an offsides on Durfee. It is. That's only 5 yards.
It'll be an offsides on the defense.
We should have a replay of 3rd down, so it's going to give the Presidents one extra shot here in what has been an interminably slow drive here for the Presidents. Seems like we've been in midfield for quite some time. So 3rd and 8 now. We'll replay 3rd down. And Cavini gonna pass it, shooting it long and deep. And it is caught inside the 5. What a catch, tumbling to the ground.
That pass completed.
It looks like it was
to the
number
5
10,
yard
Brendan
line.
Fitzpatrick.
That'll now bring
And a
up
huge
first and goal for the
3rd down
Presidents.
strike down inside the red zone. Ball spotted at the 6. 1st and goal from the Durfee 6. That was a great pass and a great catch on the other end of it. Another offsides. Oh, play is dead. So another Hilltopper jump it. And indeed, the Hilltoppers
Flag
get
on
called.
the field. That is another offsides on the Hilltoppers.
Be half the distance to the goal. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 3. Hilltoppers switching it up here on D. He hand it off to Hawthorne, who spins his way and dances his way across the goal line for the opening score.
That play results in a Quincy touchdown.
And it is a touchdown for the Presidents here in the 1st quarter with 3:34 to play in the 1st quarter. And they will kick the extra point. Number 14 doing the kicking, that is Michaela Foley. And the ball is loose and blocked, and it is no good.
That extra point is blocked by the Hilltoppers. The score is now 6-0 Presidents with 3 minutes and 34 seconds left in the first quarter.
So a 3-yard run, but that drive really highlighted by the deep pass on 3rd and long down inside the 10, which was reeled in by Fitzpatrick. A little more than a 30-yard pass in the air. A great pass from Cavini. So the Presidents strike first here in the first quarter. Let's just say a bevy of penalties here as well over the first 7+ minutes of play for both sides. Way too many for my liking. It really slows up the game, and I'm sure it drives the coaching staffs for both sides crazy as well, all the penalties. That was a lot of flags on that drive. That's going off to the right. I mean, the game started with a flag on the kickoff. Biding his time, cutting back across, putting the shoulder down for a couple extra yards. That's a good return for the Hilltoppers. That was number 10 for Durfee, Javon Franklin. Good run back, good return, coming all the way across the field. And it was about 20 yards on the return. So Durfee starting with decent field position again.
To the 46-yard line.
They'll start from their own 46.
That ball returned by number 10, Javon Franklin.
Let's see how the Hilltoppers do on their second drive. They hand it off to Concepcion. Oh, and he's hit hard by number 35 of the defense, J.J. Camara.
That play goes for no gain.
Concepcion basically running into a wall of Presidents. There was a flag on the play as well. And it goes as a benefit for the Hilltoppers. They gain 5 yards.
That flag against the Presidents, bringing up 1st and 5 for the Toppers.
So it's going to be 1st and 5. And another flag. So the play is whistled dead. Oh, I'm sorry. It was actually a timeout by the Presidents. Again, right before the snap. That's twice now we've seen a split-second timeout called by the President's sidelines. Another 20-second timeout. So waiting to play first down again here. 1st and 5 as we head back to the field. Toss it out to Concepcion. And there's an illegal block in the back right there. This ball's going to come back. Pretty clear flag on the backside there. So a fantastic run for Concepcion is going to be brought back. They're going to back Durfee up.
That flag is against the Toppers.
It's a spot foul, 10 yards from the spot, so it'll be 1st and 13 now. 1st and 13 as we replay first down again. Concepcion gets the toss and a block. And he's across the line of scrimmage, but short gain, maybe 2 yards on the carry. They give him about 3, actually, so 2nd and 7.
49-yard line.
Well, I should say, the line of scrimmage was behind, so it was actually about a 6-yard carry after the penalty there. So 5 or 6 yards on the carry. Now 2nd and 7, right at the 49, looking across midfield. And it's going to be a false start on the Hilltoppers. And that'll back up another 5 yards. I can't believe how many penalties we're seeing here in this first quarter. Man, oh man, 11 minutes of football. We're not done. It's only been 9 minutes. It's been about 20 to 25 minutes real time. A penalty-ridden first quarter here for both sides. Not pretty. So after the penalty, 2nd and 12 now. 2nd and 12 for Durfee as they back up to the 44. Concepcion again pushing through. Gets them back close to the 49. Might be the 48, or maybe in between the two. It's 49-yard line. So they get the 5 yards back. Be 3rd down and 7.
Third down for the Toppers.
So they erase the penalty. They basically just lose the down. Quick snap. Concepcion going to get dragged down in the backfield for a loss of 5. Great tackle there from the Presidents.
Tackle made in the backfield by number 44.
That was Mark McKenna on the tackle, the tight end, making another nice play. And Durfee going to be forced to punt. It'll be 4th and 11 after a loss of, officially, and a loss of 4 yards, not 5, 4 yards. Ball will be snapped from the 45, and they will have to punt it away. Line drive punt. Favorable bounce. Going to keep on rolling. And it turns out to be a pretty good punt for Durfee. Downed at the 23.
That punt will put the Presidents on the 23-yard line.
So Quincy's going to take back over on offense with 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
There is 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Handing it off on the first down play, and the Hilltoppers defense with a nice job there to limit it to only about a yard, if that. Doesn't look like there was any gain, actually. So 2nd and 10 coming up. Less than 10 seconds clock is going to wind down. That's going to end the first quarter. There will not be another play. So after one.
That play will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We have a score of
after 1 quarter of play, the penalties lead the Presidents and the Hilltoppers. I'm just kidding. Quincy up 6-0 over Durfee. And when we come back, the Presidents will be facing a 2nd and 10. So a quick timeout there in between quarters as we switch sides. And now 2nd and 10 for Quincy after no gain on the first down run. Getting the handoff again was Hawthorne, but he is tripped up. Looks like they're going to give him 1 yard as he twisted to the ground. So it'll be 3rd and 9.
A short gain on the play that'll now bring up 3rd down for the President.
Big 3rd down play here for the Hilltoppers. Could force a 3 and out. 3rd and 9. Got to watch for the deep pass. 2 wide receivers set up on the far side here. We've seen the President's not afraid to pass, and Cavini looking to do so. He's going to fake it, keep it himself. Not going to get very far, though. Nothing materialized down the field. He couldn't pass it. Couple yards on the carry, but it will be a 3 and out. Good job by the Durfee D. Going to get the ball back.
That play will result in a 4th down for the President.
They give Cavini about 1.5 yards, so we'll say 4th and 7. And then they will have to punt it away. And Concepcion, oh no, my bad, not Concepcion. Javon Franklin back to receive the punt. It's a bobbled punt, got to get it off. Loose ball, going to the end zone. Hilltoppers take it in for the touchdown. There's no roughing the passer that time. Tie game.
That'll be a touchdown for the Hilltoppers.
Bad snap, and it was disastrous right from the start. The Hilltoppers make one count on a turnover and say thank you very much. 6 quick points for Durfee, and it is 6-6 the score. And they will look to go on top and get their first lead of the game with the extra point. Ball is down, kick on its way. It's a low kick, and it's off the crossbar. It was right down Main Street, but just didn't have enough height.
No good, making the score 6-6.
Nonetheless, the Hilltoppers tie it up. And again, I said in the open, the defense has been quite good this year, and they were able to take advantage of a mistake.
Closest to the high school. Again, any homecoming candidates, if you have yet to check in, please do so at the end of the bleachers closest to the high school.
Durfee will kick off now from the 40. Kickoff going to land just past the 30, and it is taken. And a nice stop by the defense as they put him down after only about 4 yards on the carry.
That ball returned to the 33-yard line. It'll be a first down, President's ball.
So the Hilltoppers will basically stay on defense here. The offense not even needed to come out thanks to that fumble recovery and the touchdown. Returned for the 6 points. Now the defense back out. President's going to go back to work as we are now tied back up here. First tie was 0-0. They had a lead, and now here we are 6-6 and stopped in the backfield. A loss of a good maybe 4 yards. And they're going to spot it at the 30, so it'll actually be a loss of 3. Bring up 2nd and 13. I mean, aside from the one-on-one coverage, the one-on-one coverage that didn't pan out for Durfee on the long pass to the red zone for the Presidents that really sparked that first touchdown. The defense for Durfee has looked pretty good. Just kind of what I had expected, honestly, and here we are again. Good stop, maybe a yard. We give 1 yard on the carry, 3rd and 12.
And that play goes for a little gain, bringing up 3rd and long for the President.
This is where you don't want to see any penalties. Got to watch, I'll tell you, one player who's been very good on defense this season. He's made a lot of good plays is Lucas Roque, number 34 for Durfee. He's a junior, so this is not his last hurrah. He still has another year, but watch him when they line up because he's always ready and raring to go. He's heading towards the line right now. And you see he's trying to get that running start. And unfortunately, that's sometimes where you can get caught off sides. But a screen pass still on his feet, but out of bounds. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So for Lucas there, the aggressiveness is absolutely fantastic. But he's just got to be careful not to get caught off sides. He's done a pretty good job of that tonight. We have seen some offsides, but for the most part, when he's been trying to get his running start, he has not been called off sides. It's really been like the whole defense basically getting called off sides, not just necessarily one player. We saw them kind of hop a little bit on the hard count, missing the hard count. But Roque has done a good job. He's been pretty cautious. 4th and 8, and they'll punt it away. Hilltoppers back to receive the ball. That's a high snap. That's going back. And the Hilltoppers got to make the tackle now. And they're going to take over there. Turnover on downs. So another bad snap. And as a kicker, there's nothing you can do about it.
Stop by the Toppers, giving them great field position. It will now be 1st down, Toppers ball.
Hilltoppers will have 1st down at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And we'll look to take a lead here with 7:17 to play in the half. Concepcion in the backfield, the second back there. They don't hand it off to him. I think it was Roque actually who got the ball. Lucas Roque. We know Lucas plays both sides of the ball. And it was, so he took it up. 2nd and 4, right back to the line go the Hilltoppers. Kind of a hurry-up offense. Going to give it back to Roque. Oh no, it's a fake handoff. The QB kept it, and it is a touchdown for the Hilltoppers.
Touchdown, Hilltoppers!
12-6, and Durfee's got a lead in the first half.
That touchdown scored by number 34, Lucas Roque.
Lucas Roque did indeed pile his way through. I thought for a minute they faked the handoff, but he got a key block. He took it, and he punched it in from the 9-yard line. It is 12-6, Hilltoppers. Now they're in the huddle here. I'd imagine they're going to try for 2 to get it up to 14. And they certainly are. They're lining up for it. So 2 running plays after the botched punt. And it's a keeper and a 2-point conversion. Feliciano faked the handoff that time around the line and in. 14-6 the score.
14-6, Hilltoppers.
We haven't said it all year. The Hilltoppers with a lead, and it feels good to say it. 8-point lead for Durfee with 6:49 to play here in the first half. Most of the scoring opportunities for Durfee or trips to the end zone this season in the games we've covered to come in the second half. So great to see the Hilltoppers take advantage of some miscues by the opponent. And they've scored 14 unanswered points. Oh, kick it off again and just go back on defense. And that is going to go out of bounds. Right at the 30-yard line or 29-yard line, we'll see. 30-yard line. And it looks like they're going to have Durfee re-kick.
That flag is on the Toppers. It will result in a re-kick.
So another re-kick. We saw that again to start the game, and Durfee made Quincy re-kick. I mean, the 30 is not bad field position. I'm not sure. You know, a lot of times you can't do much better than that. We'll see where the ball goes this time. Durfee will kick. It's a 5-yard penalty, so a re-kick from now the 35 rather than the 40. That's coming to the sidelines as well, and it goes out of bounds, but this time about the 39-yard line. And we'll re-kick it again. This time from the 30.
That flag is on the Toppers. They will now be kicking off from the 30-yard line.
Hilltoppers hoping that third time will be the charm. Great kick there. There you go. Third time's the charm. Taken from the 30. And a nice spin move right to the 50. Bouncing off of A.B. Madrano and still on his feet is Brendan Fitzpatrick. And he got an extra 15 yards. Should have been stopped shy of the 50. Instead, down shy of the 35. That's a great return.
That ball returned to the 36-yard line. It'll now be 1st and 10, President's ball.
More than 30 yards on the return, and the Presidents will begin this drive in Durfee territory. Gonna pass down the field, and it is incomplete.
That ball deflected by number
Madrano
1.
with a great job there playing. Oh, no, my bad. Looked like a 7 at first. That was Devon Williams, number 1, on the coverage there. That ball was definitely one that could have been picked off, too, if Williams had cut in a little bit. But still, good coverage there. Medrano and Williams on this near side again. President's going to look to pass again. Going deep to the end zone. And it is incomplete, and pass interference is coming. Sure looked like there was a push-off there.
And there is a flag on the field.
The officials still talking about it. We saw 2 flags, and it is on the defense. That's a terrible call.
That'll be a pass interference on the Hilltoppers.
Coach Taylor Brown letting the officials hear it. Some frustration boiling over. And it is caught. Nice crossing pattern there. That was caught by, it looked like number 44 there, Mark McKenna, the tight end. And now there's a flag in the back here. Flag down on the offensive side here.
There's a flag on the field.
Two penalties, they offset.
We have offsetting penalties of unsportsmanlike conduct.
And Coach Taylor Brown still pleading his case to the officials on that pass interference call, which really was pretty questionable to say the least.
That play will result in a 1st and goal for the President.
It's going to be 1st and goal for the Presidents after offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. 6:15 to play in what has been a pretty wild first half. We've pretty much seen it all. And now a timeout called by the Presidents, full team timeout.
Timeout taken by the Presidents.
Ball is spotted at the 5. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5 when we come out of the timeout. So Presidents will start here, 1st and 5. 1st and goal from the 5. Little floater to the end zone. Swatted away. No flags. Yeah, no flags that time as Fitzpatrick was looking for one. And still pleading his case.
That pass deflected.
It was incomplete, so 2nd and goal. Both players were going for the ball. That was clean coverage right there. And Fitzpatrick now coming out. He's getting subbed out. So 2nd and goal from the 5. Taken down at the line on a running play. Hilltopper saying there was a fumble. Some of them were pointing this direction, but I don't think there was. It was just a good stop. So a loss of yards, I believe. Yeah, 2-yard loss, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 7. A nice stop there on the ground by the Durfee D.
No gain, bringing up 3rd and goal for the Presidents.
Big 3rd down for Durfee. And now a flag on the offense. Another 5 yards back. So now 3rd and goal from the 12. It had been 3rd and goal from the 7. Now 3rd and goal from the 12 after the 5-yard penalty. I would expect a pass here from Cavini going down into the corner, and it is broken up. No flags, incomplete on 3rd down. Now 5 minutes to play in the half. Presidents know they're getting the ball to begin the 2nd half. The question is, I'm assuming they're going to go for it. I mean, they did kick. They did kick or attempt to kick an extra point after their first touchdown, but it doesn't look like they're going to go for a field goal here. Another timeout called by the Presidents.
Full timeout taken by the Presidents.
Hey, yo guys. Yo Sage, you trying to fill? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I know, but I don't feel like explaining. I'll tell you at halftime.
Okay, 4th down and goal from the 12. And if there was ever a stop for the Hilltoppers defense, this is a huge one right here. Timeout Durfee. They wanted to see how Quincy would line up. And now a timeout for the Hilltoppers. Just a quick 20-second timeout. So here we go. Hilltoppers have made 3 great stops. They'll be asked to make 1 more, and he's down for the sack. Turnover on downs. Devon Williams stops the Presidents right in their tracks.
Williams going to result in a turnover on downs. Hilltoppers ball.
Nobody was covering him. A complete breakdown on the far side of the line. And they took down Cavini. And it'll be decent field position for Durfee as well. Right about the 25. We're just shy of. Huge 4th down stop for the Hilltoppers. The defense stepping up after that questionable pass interference call. Roque and Concepcion in the backfield. Roque was the one who scored on the last drive, and he gets the handoff. He's going to go down in the backfield as he was wrapped up. McKenna was there, as well as
play goes for no gain,
number 56, Adam Vu. McKenna, the big tight end there, and Vu, defensive linebacker, making the stop for, I believe it was a loss of a yard. Indeed it was. So 2nd and 11 now. The tackle was made in the backfield. They pitch it out to Concepcion, going to try to follow Roque, and he is wrapped up around the neck by McKenna.
That play goes for no gain, resulting in a 3rd down for the Tigers.
It'll bring up 3rd down. Clock continues to roll. Both running plays, the players did not get out of bounds, so if the Hilltoppers can't convert here, at the very least, they will take some time off of the clock and limit the Presidents to what they could do in the final couple minutes of the first half. Lining up with trips to the right, on the near side right, their left on the field, our right. Direct snap, and the Hilltopper's going to take it. Feliciano is taken down after a gain of about 4. It'll bring up 4th and 7. I like the idea, kind of faking that you're going to, looking like you're going to pass, and then you just take it, kind of an option type thing, but 4th and 7 for Durfee. One would imagine they will have to punt it. I doubt that they would go for it this back in their own territory, knowing that they, even though they have the, they only have the 1-score lead, so they don't want to give the Presidents this. So they're going to end up probably calling timeout here right at the end of the play clock, and they do. So Taylor Brown waits to call timeout.
Please go to the end of the bleachers closest to the high school.
So 2:29 on the clock, and now Durfee will punt it away. Used all of the play clock. And then Taylor Brown burning a timeout so that they could stop it. Good snap, good punt. Gonna take a bounce and roll. It's picked up by Fitzpatrick, and nobody was on him. He gets taken out at the knees at the 45, and that was Devon Williams again.
That ball returned to the 45-yard line. Tackle made by number 1, Devon Williams.
So 1st and 10 for the Presidents. They have 2:21 on the clock. 1st down and 10 from the Durfee 45. Pressure coming to Cavini again, and it is incomplete. No flags. 2nd and 10.
That pass falls incomplete, bringing up 2nd and 10 for the Presidents.
Cavini looking to pass again. He escapes, he's still on his feet, now throwing it, and it is caught right in the middle there, a first down and then 10 more. I believe that was McKenna, the tight end, it was.
That pass will give the Presidents a first down.
No, actually, that was not McKenna. That was number 34, TJ Ortiz. Another pass here, and it is picked off, I believe. Oh, they're saying incomplete. A.B. Medrano thought he had it. Second down.
That pass defended by the Toppers. It'll now be second down.
Second and 10 after the incomplete pass. Cavini rolling out to the left, passing up across the middle, and he's free. Hawthorne to the end zone, and he's in for the score. And there is a flag.
Result in a Quincy touchdown, but there is a flag on the field.
I believe the flag's going to be on the Presidents. That's the initial call.
It'll be a personal foul on the Presidents. The touchdown still stands.
Touchdown will stand after the personal foul that came after Hawthorne had gotten into the end zone. So right now, 14-12 is the score. Timeout, Durfee.
Full timeout taken by the Toppers. Correction, 20-second timeout taken by the Toppers.
So the Presidents will go for the two-point conversion, which would tie up the game. Right now, the Hilltoppers up 14-12. Receivers left and right. There are flags. Play is ruled dead. Flags from both sides. And it looks like it's going to be on the Presidents. Looks like a false start, possibly. It is. That backs up Quincy 5 yards.
It will be a false start on the offense. Timeout taken by the Presidents.
Quincy uses another full team timeout in a first half that just doesn't seem to want to end. Boy, oh boy, who would have thought 22 minutes of football could take over an hour? This has been quite the first half. Well, we got a good ball game going, though, at least. It's a close game, kind of back and forth. We invite you to stick around for halftime. Again, this is homecoming night, so all of the homecoming King and Queen candidates will be introduced at halftime. And they'll all be led out by members of the Hilltopper Marching Band. So always a lot of fun. We hope you'll stick around for the half. So now it'll be a two-point conversion from the 7 after the 5-yard penalty, which can be good or bad. I mean, it can kind of spread out the field a little more. You have a little more room to move, but then you also have to go much further. To the end zone, incomplete, and the Hilltoppers will hold on to their lead.
Defended by the Toppers.
Wow, and we just got a serious gust of wind here.
12 present.
Man, oh man. A lot of times you get a gust like that and there's a little downpour that can't be far away. One would hope that's not the case. Let's take a look at the Doppler radar. My colleague Gary Leet running the camera tonight, and he just loves my weather reports. We talk about it all the time. I can't believe it too. It's like huge gusts of wind. It's like it's the cold front right above us now. Who knows? This just in from the Fred TV Weather Center. There is nothing on the Doppler radar. It's just a gust of wind coming here from Mac Aldrich Field. That's about it. Wow. We're gonna blow away out here. All right, that personal foul that was eons ago before the two-point conversion attempt is going to be assessed on the kickoff. So kicking off from the 25, it's on the ground, a little squib kick. Concepcion picks it up at the 25. It has some room. Actually, that was not Concepcion. I'm sorry. That was oh, no, it was. It was 59. So that was Richard Cabral who picked it up at the 50, got it across midfield. So 1:38 to play in the half. Durfee going to start from the 41 of Quincy, and I'm sure would love to try to get some points before the half here. They got good field position, so a good opportunity here for the Hilltoppers. Oh, what is going on? A little extra there.
Flag on the field.
There's going to be a false start
on the Toppers.
So a false start will back Durfee up 5 yards.
That'll bring up 1st and 15 for the Toppers.
I've lost count of how many flags we've seen in this first half. My gosh. Easily probably 20 penalties, maybe 24. I think that's probably pretty fair. A penalty-ridden first half. But it is, right now, the Hilltoppers lead. 1st and 15 from the 46. And Concepcion, oh, he escapes the tackle. Oh my goodness. He's still on his feet. And he gets, I believe, what'll be a first down. That's an incredible run right there.
A big run by number 28.
Wow.
Eli Concepcion.
It is a first down for the Hilltoppers. Concepcion with about 16 yards on the carry, just enough to get the first down. Actually, it looks like they're going to give him maybe 17 or 18. So 1st and 10, Durfee from the 28. What a run. And taken down right at the line is, that was Feliciano. He kept it himself. So 2nd down and 10. 60 seconds to play here in the first half. Hilltoppers going to get to the line quick. Everybody's set. 45 seconds, and they snap the ball. Feliciano looking to pass. Pressure is coming, and he's going to take the sack. 6-yard loss. And a timeout called by Durfee to stop the clock with 35 seconds.
That'll be a sack in the backfield. Bringing up 3rd down. It'll be a timeout for the Toppers. They're now out of
Durfee's
timeout.
offense has
in
really
the
not
half.
passed at all tonight, and that might be because they had 4 picks last week, and there may be some hesitancy to throw the ball. I mean, the running game has not been bad. But, you know, it begs the question is, you know, 3rd and 16 here, do you take a shot down the field with 35 seconds and try to hit somebody down maybe inside the 10 or maybe even at the end zone? Or maybe you don't even do it on 3rd down. Probably go for it on 4th down. Get a couple yards and then maybe take a shot at it with four downs here with the 4th down play. We'll see what happens. 3rd and 16. Fun to speculate, of course. I wouldn't mind seeing a pass. You know, the thing is you don't want to take confidence away and say, oh, let's you know, hurl it up there, and well, if it gets picked off, it gets picked off. You don't want to see that either. Feliciano dropping back, and it is swatted away. And incomplete on third down. McKenna was there along with number 84, Andrew Rooney, the two tight ends in the passing lane, towering over Feliciano. So now with 30 seconds, it's 4th and 16. Gonna pass again, pocket collapsing. Feliciano getting pushed, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. 10 seconds come off the clock. The Presidents take over on downs from their own 35, and they'll have 20 seconds.
That play goes for no gain and will result in a turnover on downs.
So the Hilltoppers can't
Quincy's ball.
pad their lead here heading into the half. They turn it over. The President's defense really tightening up on that last 4 downs there. First and 10. Oh, they got the offense to flinch. That's a false start. And that was, I'm crediting Lucas Roque with that. Again, I mentioned how he loves to kind of creep and kind of get a, maybe a walking start. And he baited them into a flinch, and there you go. 1st and 15 now, a 5-yard penalty. So now from the 30, and now the Presidents decide to take a knee to run out the clock here in the first half. So that penalty paid off. Quincy does not even make a play here to end the first half. So
12, Durfee
at the end
13.
of the first half, the Hilltoppers with a lead. How about that? 2-point lead, 14-12 is the score here at the half. The Hilltoppers looked really good in this first half on defense. Couple tough calls. There was the pass interference call that could have gone either way. And of course, there was that long pass down on this end in the first quarter that set up the first touchdown. It was one-on-one coverage. It could have gone either way. The Presidents came away with that one. Other than those two plays, Durfee outplayed Quincy in this first half, and they should be leading, which is why they're up by 2 points. Halftime is next. We'll have the homecoming celebration here, and then we'll have the third quarter. So stick around.
First up, we have Tiffany Hay. She is representing the Art Club. Also representing the Art Club is Kiara Raposa. Next, we have Shaylin Carrero. She'll be representing the basketball team. Representing the cheerleading squad, we have Kiara Son Haas, Morgan Harris, and Michaela Torres. Representing chorus, we have Elominia Pyers and Anaya Smith. Representing concert band, we have Jada Andrade. Representing cosmetology, we have Janessa Lewis. Representing culinary, we have Shavi Neer. Representing dance team, we have Michaela Pavo. Representing early education and care, we have Melanie Pimentel. Representing field hockey, we have Casey Rose. Representing Fred TV, we have Zachary Souza. Representing French Club, we have Christelle Andre. Representing Freedom Writers Club, we have Tanisha Williams. Representing golf, we have Cole Carmody. Representing GSA, we have Nicholas Rachel. Representing History Abroad Club, we have Abby Callahan. Representing Interact Club, Mally O'Brien. Representing Jazz Band, we have Lauren Correa. Representing Marching Band, we have Reese Ashley. Representing National Honor Society, we have Christian Rodriguez. Ryan Mauricio. And Anna Marie Brillante. And Allison Vieira. Representing Relay for Life, we have Shauna Amaru. Representing Select Chorus, Tennis, and Diving, we have Faith Cronister. Representing the Sixth Man Club, we have Corinne Dankovich. Representing softball, we have Kylie Dias. Representing spring track, we have Xavier Belanger. Representing student government, we have Joe Camara. Representing swimming, we have Allison Howard and Grace Vieira. Representing Symphony Orchestra, we have Jacob Gutierrez. Representing theater, we have Ariana Webb and Alicia Mores. Representing varsity soccer for the girls is Andrea Emerald. Representing boys volleyball is Cameron Branco. Representing girls volleyball, Gemily Perez. Representing water polo, we have Sabrina Pereira. Representing boys winter track, we have Cameron Cabral. Representing girls winter track, we have Brittany Pavo. Representing yearbook, we have Elizabeth Brillante. And representing student government, we have Jamie Tavares. The following students unfortunately could not be with us this evening. That is representing cross country, Owen Norton. representing History Club, Dylan Parker. Representing the 6th Man Club, Justin Karam. Representing Varsity Football, Richard Cabral and Darius Winslow. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2017 Durfee High School Homecoming Court.
So a big homecoming group of candidates right there, standing at midfield along the sidelines. Great job by Fred TV and Durfee alum Desmond Sanders on the PA tonight. And so great to see so many kids as candidates for homecoming. Definitely a bigger group than we had last year, or so it seems. I mean, you know, each year, arguably it tends to be kind of a blur each year as each year passes, but definitely seems like a bigger group of students this year. So great to see that here as we celebrate the last regular season home game and homecoming night here at Durfee. We're going to take a quick timeout before the second half. Election Day, as you know, is Tuesday, November 7th, and Owen Norton, who you just heard referenced as one of the homecoming candidates who couldn't be here tonight, well, he is working on a veterans fundraiser, basically, for personal care items for needy vets. They did this the last election, and it was hugely successful, and he is hoping for the city to come out and support his efforts once again. There will be boxes at every polling location here in the city on Tuesday, November 7th for Election Day. So please bring a personal care item with you when you come to vote. Let's take a look at the PSA that we produced at Fred TV for Owen.
Hi, my name is Owen Norton. I'm a senior at Durfee High School, and on this Election Day, November 7th, I will be collecting personal care items for veterans in need. Here's what you can donate: toothbrushes and toothpaste, dental floss, mouthwash, feminine care products, deodorant, powder, shampoo, razors, and shaving cream. On Election Day, November 7th, please look for a collection box at your polling place. Last year, with your help, we brought in over 500 pounds of personal care items. This year, let's aim for even more. Thank you.
All right, so we're back, third quarter about to begin here at Durfee. The Hilltoppers will kick off, but as you just saw in that quick 30-second PSA again, help us out, help out Owen, help out one of our Durfee students, and let's make this another successful personal care drive. But of course, you can't help out if you don't go out and vote. So go out and vote on Tuesday, November 7th, and while you do so, bring a personal care item or two to help out a vet in need. All right, Evan Massoud with you here on Fred TV. The Hilltoppers with a lead to begin the second half. Haven't been able to say that all season, and it feels great to be able to do so. 14-12 the score. And Fitzpatrick taking it back for the Presidents to about the 32-yard line.
That ball returned to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Presidents ball.
The Hilltoppers defense was quite impressive in that first half, and they were able to get 6 points on thanks to the defense there and special teams. The offense grabbed the other 8 points, I should say, and were able to convert thanks to another botched snap. There were 2 botched punting snaps, and there's a flag. Here we go to start the third quarter, and it should be an offsides on the defense. We're waiting for the call. But it sure looked like it was going to be an offsides on the Hilltoppers. Looked like they were the ones who had moved and who were in the neutral zone. And it is. It is going to be on Durfee. So a 5-yard penalty. Going to make 1st down and 5 after the 5-yard gain, thanks to the flag. So it'll be from the 37.
That penalty is an offsides against the Toppers. That'll bring up 1st and 5.
Again, penalties were really the story as well in that first half, and here we go to start the second half with a penalty before the ball's even snapped. And it is a 1st down for the Presidents. Scampering across the line to gain. That looked like Hawthorne.
That play will be good enough for a President's first down.
Just enough. Maybe one extra
Ball is
yard
on the
there. So
44-yard line,
first and 10 for the Presidents from their 44. About a 3-yard gain on first down. Make it 2nd down and 7.
That play goes for a little gain, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and a long 7, really. Less than 3 yards on the pickup, but more than 2. So long 7 here. Hilltoppers creeping in. There's movement on the line. That should be a false start that time, and it is indeed a false start. 3 flags.
Flag on the field. That is going to be
3 flags on the field.
On the
in case we weren't sure, it was a false start. Oh, man. 5 yards forward, 5 yards back. The players must feel like yo-yos tonight with the flags. Second and 12. They get the handoff, bouncing off of one of the backs and putting the shoulder down as he goes out of bounds. Going to be close to a first down. Going to be 2 yards short, so it'll be 3rd and short here. 3rd and 2. Ball at the 48 of Durfee. They got to get across the 46.
3rd down, just short of the first down.
Had a pretty good crowd here before the homecoming ceremony, but it seems like it's kind of thinned out a little bit. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, the Hilltoppers have a lead. It's a beautiful night. I'm kind of surprised to see some of the fans have left, but this is also a much longer game than than typical. Again, that first half was quite long.
Taken by the President.
And a timeout called by Quincy. Tell you, between all the timeouts and all the flags tonight, you would think this is like the Super Bowl game, for crying out loud. So many stoppages in play. So that was only a 20-second timeout. 3rd and 2 for Quincy. They hand it off, and he's going nowhere. Stopped in the back, negative yardage to bring up 4th down. The Durfee line does it again. And fired up is Hilltoppers linebackers.
Goes for no gain, bringing up 4th down.
They actually lost 1 yard. So now 4th and 3. And the Presidents will punt it away. Quincy will punt it away. They've had trouble with the long snaps tonight. That's a low snap, but it was played. Great punt, high rainbow punt, bouncing right at the 20 and going out at around the 19. That's a really good punt, though. Probably one of the best punts we've seen of the night. Good drop kick.
Ball punted to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Topper ball.
1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. And Hilltoppers will take over. They pitch it out to Encarnacion. Oh my goodness. It's been a long week. Here I am saying Encarnacion as if we're talking about baseball. Oh my gosh. That was Concepcion, Eli Concepcion.
That ball ran by number 28, Eli
And
Conception.
it was a great run,
Just
too.
short of his first down.
About half a
That'll
yard
bring up
short of a
second
first
down
down, so it would be
and short
second
for
in
the
inches. As Concepcion got a little more than 9 yards. I've done a lot of games this fall. That's all I'm going to say. I have done a lot of games. And we're not even done yet. Probably going to finish the fall season with 20 games covered here, which would be all-time high for me at least. That is a first down for the Hilltoppers. Across the 40, they'll move the chains.
That rush by number 20, Eddie Feliciano, that'll be good enough for a topper first down.
So in the playoffs here, the Hilltoppers had 4 teams. Durfee did 4 teams: field hockey, girls volleyball, girls soccer, and boys soccer. And unfortunately, all 4 ended their playoff runs in the first round. There was a flag down on the field. Oh, it's a timeout. Timeout. So picking up the flag. Timeout, Durfee.
Timeout taken by the
So yeah,
Hilltoppers.
unfortunately, field hockey lost 3-0
There was no flag
to
on the
Hopkinton
play.
in their round 1 game. Durfee girls volleyball lost in 3 sets to Bishop Feehan. Bishop Feehan now has the unfriendly challenge of going up against the number 2 seed New Bedford, who is 17-0. So they have a tough road ahead. And today, that was yesterday, Thursday. So now today, girls soccer lost to Wellesley 1-0 on the road, and the offensive struggles for the Lady Hilltoppers continue as they failed to score in their final, I believe it was 5 games if you include today. Definitely missing the spark plug of Isabel McDonald, who graduated last year and just, such a prolific scorer.
That play goes for a
And
gain
then the
of a
Durfee
yard,
boys
bringing up second
lost at
down.
Silver Lake. Really a valiant effort. They led 2-1 with 30 minutes to play in the game. It went to extra time, tied 3-3. It went to penalty kicks. They lost it 4-2 in penalty kicks. And so the Durfee boys lost a tough one. One of our camera guys was there, and he said that the officiating was less than friendly, but hey, sometimes you just got to deal and play your own game. And the Hilltoppers definitely put a valiant effort forward against one of the higher seeds in the tournament for boys soccer. But unfortunately, all 4 Durfee teams out of the tournament. Right now, the last team standing is
Diamonds. On the play.
Diamonds boy. Actually, there's 2. Diamond boys soccer.
Bringing
They
up
play
third
on
down for
election
the
day on
Toppers.
Tuesday. And the weather right now looks like it's supposed to be pretty good. So we're
Ball
hoping to
is
have
placed
that game for you.
On the 37-yard line.
And Bishop Conley boys, they're also in the state tournament as well. So 2 teams left standing here in the city. And it's in boys soccer, the Bengals and the Cougars. Different brackets, different divisions. Diamond boys soccer is Division 2. Conley is Division 4. False start on the Hilltoppers. They'll back up another 5
That'll
yards.
be a false start
That'll be
penalty
3rd
on the
and
Toppers.
10.
That'll back them up 5 yards.
So there's your kind of high school sports update in a nutshell of what's gone on with the state tournament. So, but we do, like I said, we do have the Diamond game on the schedule. And so we're hoping to see Coach Chikaro's Bengals on Tuesday, Election Day. It's actually scheduled for 2 o'clock. So I know public schools have no school for students. And that is caught, but it's going to be short of the first down. Nice rolling catch there by Alvin Ditt, but I think it's going to be about 1.5 yards short. And they were arguing the spot. A.B. Medrano questioning the spot.
Caught at the 40-yard line.
It's 1 yard short. We'll see what Coach Taylor Brown and the Hilltoppers decide to do.
4th and 1.
4th and 1. And it looks like they're going for it. This is a big play here. Going for it in your own zone. 1 yard to gain. Concepcion gets the handoff and the first down. Gutsy call on 4th and 1, and they convert, move the chains. No huddle, they'll go right back to the line on 1st and 10. Concepcion with the handoff again, scampering across the 50, still on his feet, down at about the 47-yard line, 47 and a half. It's a pickup of about 7 yards.
Rush goes for 7 yards, bringing up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 for the Hilltoppers. Again, back to the line, no huddle. I like it. Keep the pressure on. They faked, Feliciano faked the keeper. He handed it off to Lucas Roque. Another first down.
Number 34, Lucas Roque. That'll give the Toppers another first down.
Back to the line. Taylor Brown yelling out audibles from the sidelines to the offensive squad. Back to the line, and now a timeout called by the Presidents, wanting to give the defense a break. Nice sequence right there from the Hilltoppers offense. I like the pressure. Good stuff. Full team timeout taken by Coach Reardon's Presidents. Definitely wanting to give the defense a break and probably make some substitutions too. So first down and 10 now from the Quincy 42. Wind picking up again here at McAldrich Field. Presidents all pointing. Play is off. And another good run. We'll see what the flag's going to be. The defense was all pointing to Durfee's side for a false start, but the play was never ruled dead. So we'll wait and see what this call is going to be. The fact that it proceeded. Oh, it is a false start. They let the play go. What is that? It's supposed to be a dead ball on a false start, and they allowed the play to go, and then they decided to call the false start. So maybe your second questionable call of the night. We got word that the explanation on the pass interference call that was back in the second quarter that was certainly questionable, that the explanation from the official was that the Durfee defender ran through the receiver. Well, that didn't happen because he cut the route and then fell under his own power. So I'm not sure how that explanation really makes any sense at all. But that was what was told to head coach Taylor Brown. You try to interpret that yourself because it doesn't make much sense. Back to the line, 2nd down and 7. They hand it off to Concepcion. He's rolling out to the far side, still on his feet, cut back, gets hit hard at the 35, but he does pick up about 4 yards. He'll be maybe 2 or 3 short of the first down on 3rd down.
That play goes for a gain of 3 yards, bringing up 3rd down.
3rd and 3 for the Hilltoppers, right back to the line again. No huddle, I like it. And that's good. Oh, the ball is loose. Saw the ball drop. Looks like a flag might have been thrown in as well. Durfee keeps it. And it is, I believe, it is a first down. So the Hilltoppers, I know I saw the ball come loose there. So Hilltoppers lucky that they did not turn the ball over for the first time in the game. Boy, it's getting windy again. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So first down for the Hilltoppers. They do get it. It'll be from the 30. 90 seconds to play here in the third quarter. This quarter has definitely gone by quicker than the first two. And again, the running plays tend to help that as well. Feliciano lucky to get the handoff, but now the pile bringing back the Hilltoppers. Should be some positive yardage there, though. About 2 yards, it appears, from the line judge. Wow. We went from a calm mid-60s night to a windstorm in a matter of, like, a split second here. This is crazy. Concepcion gets it. He's got some room, puts the shoulder down, cuts through, and he's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first. So 3rd and short yet again. And right back to the line again. The no huddle is so exciting, and it's great to see the Hilltoppers executing. 3rd and 2, they hand it off. Hilltoppers get the first down. Across the 20, the line judge is at the 19. Looks pretty clear from here.
That play will be good enough for a topper.
And it is a first down. So the Hilltoppers move the chains. 13 seconds to play in the third quarter, and I think we're just going to let it run down. 6 seconds, and indeed we will. So after 3, the Hilltoppers continue to lead by 2, 14-12 the score, a scoreless third quarter. With the Hilltoppers offense
that play will bring us
in what has been their best drive of the season, arguably. Some no-huddle offense, a conversion on 4th down. They've really had a nice drive going here. Now they got to make it pay off with some points. Well, I thought I could go the whole game without the coat, but the wind is saying no. But still, again, November 3rd, to be up here without a coat through 3 quarters is actually pretty amazing. All right, last 11 minutes here. The Hilltoppers looking for win number 1 of the season. They have outplayed Quincy through 3 quarters and have looked like the better team. From the 20, 1st and 10. There is a flag. Taken down shy of the end zone, but again, there is a flag thrown back near the line of scrimmage.
A flag on the play is going to be a holding call against the Toppers. That'll bring him back.
I think each quarter has actually begun with a penalty tonight. I know to start the first quarter on the kickoff there was the flag because the ball went out of bounds. The third quarter started on the first snap, started with a penalty. First snap of the fourth quarter, we got ourselves a penalty. I don't think there was for the second, though. We'll just, Gary says we'll just assume it. Well, that might be dangerous. 1st and 20. Concepcion is stopped after about 3 yards of forward progress.
That play goes for no gain, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd down and 17 after 3-yard gain. Feliciano rolling out. That is a live ball. Luckily, it went out of bounds. That was a lateral and not a very good toss back. You never want to do that. That's just disastrous when it happens. Very, very dangerous play is the lateral. And it backs Durfee up further now. the ball went
That play
out.
will bring up 3rd and long for the Toppers.
Ball went out at the 30, so it backed them up 3 yards. So now 3rd and 20 on a drive that was so promising for the Hilltoppers. Maybe they should have tried to get another play off before the 3rd quarter ended, because they were on a roll. And now the holding call is kind of taking the wind out of their sail. Passing, that's a good pass. It's caught, and he's hooked down and dragged out of bounds after about 11 yards.
That pass will go for 10 yards.
Gonna go for it, I'm assuming, on 4th down.
Bringing up 4th down.
4th and 9. That was a nice pass from Feliciano. We really haven't seen much passing at all tonight from Durfee. It's really pretty much been a ground game. But I mean, you know, it's work too. So that was actually about a 12-yard completion. So it's gonna be 4th and 8 from just inside the red zone at the 18. Hilltoppers got to get to the 10-yard line to keep the drive going. That holding call, a tough one to swallow. They would have had the ball 1st and goal at about the 3. Feliciano rolling out. Gonna pass. Caught for the 1st down! Down at about the 5-yard line. 2 clutch passes on
That
3rd
pass completes
and
to
4th
number
down
7,
by
A.B. Medrano.
Feliciano. And the
That'll
Hilltoppers
make
have
it
1st and goal from
for
the 4.
Toppers.
First and goal from the 4 for Durfee. Feliciano, taken down around the neck, almost like a horse collar type of tackle there. He got wrapped around, almost clotheslined, and he can't get in. He is stopped shy.
That play goes for no gain, bringing up 2nd down for the Toppers.
1-yard carry, 1st and goal from the 3. Should say, did I say 2nd and goal from the 3. They hand it to Concepcion. Concepcion fighting, pushing the pile. Still in play, still in play. And is it a touchdown? It is, he pushed his way in.
Touchdown, Hilltoppers!
Credit the officials for not blowing the whistle as forward progress was still going. And talk about fighting for 6 points. The Hilltoppers find the end zone for the 3rd time tonight. 20-12 the score. Considering how quick the penalties have been tonight, some great restraint shown by the men in pinstripes to let the play continue. Outstanding. Hilltoppers will go for the extra point, try to go up by 2 scores. Ball down, kick on its way, and the kick is good. 21-12.
The kick is good. The score is now Durfee 21, Presidents 12.
We talk about what a textbook drive is. Well, that's about as close to a textbook drive as you're going to see in high school football. And that was probably the Hilltoppers' best drive of the season right there. And it turned into 7 points, which is exactly what you hope for. And more importantly, I mean, yes, there's 8:15 to play. We're not trying to be pessimistic. We're talking positive right now. Hilltoppers have not turned the ball over tonight after 5 turnovers last week. And that alone is huge. You've got to protect the ball and keep the ball if you think you're going to try to march down the field. If you keep giving it up, you're not doing anything. You're never going to score. Toppers kick off. It's a good one right down the pocket. Taken from the 20-yard line is Hawthorne rolls outside. And at the 50, he is spun out of bounds. Good run back there, about 30 yards. Actually, that actually looked like 34. That might have been Ortiz.
That ball returned to the 49-yard line. It'll now be 1st and 10, President's ball.
So it is a 30-yard run back by the Presidents, and they'll start just in Durfee territory from the 49 of the Hilltoppers with 8:05 to play in the game. They trail by 9. It's a 2-score game. They'll hand it off, and they're trying to cut across, putting the head down is Hawthorne before getting wrapped up and taken down across the 45 by Devon Williams. Another good tackle for him. He's had a nice night.
Around the 45-yard line by number 1.
Devon is a junior, so
that'll bring up 2nd down.
We'll see him next year as well. Again, he's had a good game. He's had some nice plays, some big plays. 5-yard carry, 2nd and 5 for Quincy. Not taking a lot of time in the huddle. I think we expect to see the pace of play change a little bit for the Presidents being down 2 scores. Hawthorne gets the handoff again, spins across the 40, and that should be enough for a 1st down. Line judge indicating so. It'll be that's spotted at the 38. So 1st down for Quincy. They move the chains. First and 10 from the 38. Snap it. Cavini rolls out, passing down the field, looking for the tight end, and it's incomplete. That was number 84, Andrew Rooney. Between him and McKenna, the 2 tight ends, they have definitely been a force in this game for Quincy. They've come up with some big plays. Both sides of the ball. Look at the roster for Quincy. A lot of seniors, and actually a pretty good mix between sophomores, juniors, and seniors, to be perfectly honest with you. So pretty well balanced in that respect. There's definitely going to be some turnover for. Definitely going to be a lot of turnover for the Presidents, as will be for Durfee at the end of the season. A lot of seniors on the Hilltoppers team as well. Short gain here on 2nd down brings up 3rd and 7. Ball spotted right at about the 35. We're just shy of. It's actually kind of a short 7 here. They got to get to the 29, so a little more than 6, a little less than 7. Here we go, 3rd down. 4-down territory for sure. Hawthorne says we're not going to wait for 4 downs. Still on his feet, taken down at the 10. What a run. He just kept pumping the legs there. High kicking it so he couldn't get tackled. That's a great run there from Hawthorne.
It'll now be 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 9. President's looking for a quick strike here to cut it to 1. Trying to cut it to a 1-score game. That's a false start.
Flag on the field is going to be a false start.
That'll back them up.
5 yards.
5 yards, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 14. Hawthorne's been the savior on this drive. He gets the handoff and gets back the 5 penalty yards. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 9.
Short gain, bringing up 2nd down.
So right about where they started before the penalty, but they lost it down. So 2nd and goal from the 9. And some whistles come in. It looks like we're going to have a timeout. "20-second timeout for the Hilltoppers."
20-second timeout taken by the Toppers.
Second down again. Here we go. Hawthorne racing to the end zone, and he is in for the score. Pretty quick drive there for the Presidents. It started at the 49 of Durfee, and it ends with a touchdown. That is their 3rd of the night, and it is 21-18. And they're going to go for an extra point. Michaela Foley attempted one, missing that first one way back in the first quarter. It was blocked, and this one's blocked. Loose ball. Hilltopper's going to pick it up and can run with it, but still in bounds is A.B. Medrano looking for blocks. He's still on his feet, pumping the legs. He's got one more defender to get by, and he could go all the way. Still on his feet. Still going. Somebody got a block for him. This is amazing. And he stopped. Oh my goodness. That was almost a pure example of slow and steady wins the race. How about that?
That extra point was blocked by the Toppers.
So on extra points, the Presidents have been vetoed twice tonight.
The score is now Presidents 18, Toppers 21.
Gary, I've been waiting all night to say that.
Well, I'm glad you got the chance.
Gary Lee, ladies and gentlemen, Gary Lee. Oh my gosh. A.B. Medrano got his steps in tonight. Oh, that was almost a return right there, almost. Needed a couple more blocks and he would have gone the distance. Nonetheless, the Hilltoppers still lead by 3. It is 21-18, 4:30 to play in the game. Presidents did show an impressive drive there, and it really was Sean Hawthorne, one of the 3 captains who was the spark plug, had a great drive. A lot of ground yards that they picked up thanks to him. And the Presidents will kick off. Feliciano back deep to return the kickoff. Lined up almost as if to go for an onside kick. It's a squib kick. Hilltoppers got it within the 40-yard marker there, right about the 43. So that did not pay off for Quincy. It's kind of a cross between a squib kick and a onside kick. It's almost like they weren't quite sure, or maybe it was just kicked too hard. I'm not sure, but if that was an onside kick, it definitely wasn't hit high enough. You typically want to pop those up. So it'll be from the 43 of Durfee. Good field position for the Hilltoppers. 4:30 to play in the game. They lead by 3. And right now, it's just a game of protect the ball and sustain a drive just like you did. Keep it on the ground and hold the ball. That's a good run on first down. It should be a gain of 6. And it is indeed. So 2nd and 4 coming.
Gain of 6, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 4 from the Durfee 49. And you won't see the hurry-up offense at all here because you want to take time off the clock now if you're the Hilltoppers, and that's why they took their time right there. So after that play, they were able to eat up 40 seconds here. Or should I say starting with the snap of the ball. They ate up 40 seconds. Forward progress gives Hilltoppers 1 yard, so now they'll be at the 50.
That play goes for
3rd and
no
3.
gain, bringing up 3rd down.
Pivotal 3rd down here if they can move the
20
chains.
20-second timeout taken by the Presidents.
Presidents take a 20-second timeout, stop the clock with 3:41 to play. But a conversion here would be big for the Hilltoppers. It would almost ensure you at least another minute or so off the clock with 3 more downs, 3 more snaps. So 3rd and 3 from the 50. They roll it out to Concepcion. Still on his feet, and he's going to be stopped shy of the line of scrimmage. Pushed out of bounds as well.
That play goes for no gain, bringing up 4th down.
Loss of a yard for the Hilltoppers.
Full timeout taken by
So
the
4th and
Presidents.
4. Presidents call timeout with 3:29 to play. The Hilltoppers got backed up right there. I want to remind you fans at home that the Thanksgiving Day rivalry game between our arch nemesis, the New Bedford Whalers, will be brought to you live right here on Channel 9 on Thanksgiving morning. And we're really looking forward to hosting the game again this year. Hilltoppers, of course, won last year on the road at New Bedford. This year they get to host. That's the defending Thanksgiving Day champs, if you will. I will have the play-by-play call, and one of our good buddies, a former Hilltopper, former athletic director, Victor Pereira, will be joining me as the color commentator on Thanksgiving Day. Vic did a couple of basketball games last season, including the playoff loss for boys basketball, which was just a crazy game, and we're thrilled that Vic is available to call Thanksgiving with me this year. Concepcion stopped at the line. Great block. Well, the Hilltoppers defense is going to be tested here tonight
And a turnover on down.
in the 4th quarter. See if they can hold off the Presidents here. They lead by 3. Quincy with 3:23 to play with. And I would imagine they're going to be shooting for the end zone because the kicking game, at least for the extra points, has not panned out. So I would not expect to see any field goals unless it's absolutely necessary. They have half a field to work with. From the 50, the Presidents take over. And they get the handoff amazingly because Cavini was going down as the ball was being handed off. Hawthorne got 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 for the Presidents.
Clock continues to roll, though, so 3 minutes now to play. The offense is not quite set yet. Now everybody is. That just cost them another 10 seconds, basically. Hawthorne with the handoff again, and he is stuffed right in the pocket. Lucas Roque was there to really plug up the middle. Two-yard carry.
That play goes for a small gain.
I would have said 1.
Down.
2 seemed a little generous, I'm not going to lie. But 2-yard carry, 3rd down and long. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 7. Closer to 7, so 3rd and 7. 2:15 to play. They set the man in motion. Hawthorne gets the handoff, coming to the outside. And he is taken down, short of the first down. And he was taken down inbounds. Now a flag comes in.
Tackle made. Well,
And it's going to be on the offense, it appears. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Presidents. That's a personal foul, and that's going to back them up 15 yards.
That flag will be against Quincy, making this 4th and long.
You lose the down, and you get backed up 15 yards. And the clock continues to roll. Less than 2 minutes to play as the Hilltoppers trying to hold on for their first W of 2017. It's going to be 4th and 18 to go from the 42. So Quincy trying to extend this game. Durfee playing back. Cavini gonna pass, looking to the left. Toppers falling in, and they make the stop on 4th down, right at the line. No flags. Durfee takes over with 93 seconds to play.
That tackle made for no gain, and that play will result in a turnover on downs. It'll now be Durfee's ball on the 44-yard line.
Hilltoppers take over at the 44 of Quincy, 1st and 10 after the 4th down stop. Concepcion gets the handoff. He is taken down in the backfield for a loss of yards. And a timeout called.
Goes for a loss. It'll bring up 2nd down. Timeout called by the Presidents.
So the clock stops at a minute 27. 6 seconds rolled off on that play, and then a quick timeout by Coach Reardon, a full team timeout for Quincy. Second down and 13 after the loss of 3. There is a flag, both sides, and maybe a gain of 1 yard on the carry. Flags thrown on both sides. False start on the offense.
Flag on the play. It'll be a false start on the Toppers.
Gonna back Durfee up 5 yards. So what was 2nd and 13 will now be 2nd down and 18 from their own side of the field. It's going to back them up to the other side of the 50. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Quincy is declining the penalty, rather take the down, the loss of the down, which makes sense. It's already 3rd and long. It's going to be 3rd and about 12, maybe a little more than that. So they've declined to accept the penalty and rather take the down, because what it also does is it saves you an extra play and an extra timeout, because if they replay 2nd down, that's going to eat up more time, and time is not on your side right now if you're Quincy. So 3rd and long with 1:21 to play. Feliciano hands it off to Concepcion. He finds a hole, spins, still on his feet, trying to push his way towards the 40. He cannot. Going to be stopped at the 42, 41 yard line. Decent gain, but it's going to bring up 4th down and probably about 7 yards. But the clock will keep rolling. 60 seconds to play in the game.
Bringing up 4th down.
And it appears that Quincy must be out of timeouts, because they would have stopped the clock here. Coach Taylor Brown standing right next to the official, probably waiting to call timeout, and he is. With 37 seconds left to play, they call timeout. The Hilltoppers do.
Timeout, Toppers.
Full team timeout. And we'll wait and see if they go for it on what will be a 4th and 8, or if they decide to kick it and try to pin the Presidents down, way back, maybe down inside the 10-yard line or 15-yard line. The thing is, the Presidents have done a nice job running the ball back tonight. So, maybe that might be a reason to go for it on 4th down. We'll see what happens. I think the safe bet here with, just over 30 seconds to play, I think your safe bet would be to punt it. You just hope that it's a good snap. Again, we saw the snaps come to hurt the Presidents twice. It resulted in 6 points for the special teams, and then it resulted in 8 points for the offense. They were not able to punt it away twice. And there's your bad snap. Nobody was ready for it. Disastrous turn of events for the Hilltoppers. The kicker was not even on the field or set. So if anything, that ball being snapped should be a false start because the offense was not set. And now Quincy will have the ball in Durfee territory with 24 seconds to play. Amazing, amazing. We've really seen it all tonight.
Ball is placed on the 34-yard line, 1st and 10.
Hilltoppers were able to get it back to their own 34-yard line, but that's where Quincy starts instead of being pinned back deep. Should have just gone for it on 4th down. Hindsight's 20/20, of course, but man, talk about miscommunication. I don't know what happened there. Cavini going to the end zone. Incomplete. No flags. 18 seconds. 2nd and 10. They're going to test the secondary of the Hilltoppers here, that's for sure, and hope for some pass interference help. Second and 10 from the 34. 18 seconds to play. Timeout on the field. Hilltoppers use a timeout. Everybody huddling up. It'll be a full team timeout.
Full timeout, Toppers.
Out of the timeout, here we go, 2nd and 10. President set to pass yet again. Durfee playing back, a little more of a zone defense here, kind of a safety zone. Want to take away any deep threats. They're gonna go to the near side here towards the end zone. It is picked off by the Hilltoppers! Durfee gets it back with 10 seconds to play.
That ball intercepted by the Toppers.
Playing back like they were. We do have a player down. I think that might have been the player that picked it off. Could not see the number, unfortunately, but playing back like they did and not having everybody at the line, which is what you do. Have a few extra guys back when you know it's a passing situation. That definitely closed off parts of the field, and it gave the Hilltoppers extra coverage.
There was an injury on the field.
Pretty decent limp for the Durfee player who was able to pick that off. That looks like 31-21. And that is Antonio Fonseca. He's definitely hurting. But thanks to him, the Hilltoppers have the ball back with 10 seconds to play.
Ball is placed on the 4-yard line.
Ball is at the 4-yard line.
Toppers ball.
And Durfee will go into victory formation. Four seconds, 3 seconds, no timeouts. For the first time in 2017, the Hilltoppers are winners. Final score from Durfee, the Hilltoppers 21, the Presidents 18. And let me just tell you right now, they had no turnovers tonight. The offense had some good drives, and the defense came up big when it needed to. Probably the best 44 minutes of football the Hilltoppers have played all season. What a great game for Durfee. And they win it in front of their home crowd.
To the Toppers on their first win of the season.
So the Hilltoppers get that first win. They are 1-7. Quincy drops
Ladies and
to
gentlemen,
1-8.
thanks everybody for coming out. Drive home safe. And remember,
What a
every
fun
day is
night.
great
It's been a
day
long
to
night,
be
that's
a
for
Topper.
sure. Gary catching me off guard here. So, been a fun night. It was a long night, but it was worth it because, again, the Hilltoppers paid off in every aspect of the game. They worked hard all week, and this was a big one for them to come back because last week, I know, was disappointing for them. They turned the ball over 5 times, and they only lost by 2 scores. Tonight, they kept the ball, and the defense stepped up when it needed to, thanks to that pick at the end there. So what a great night for Durfee. They win it on homecoming night, the final regular season home game of the year, we're assuming. We haven't heard anything yet from the MIAA. They will be announcing Week 10 over the weekend. Check out the Fred TV Sports Facebook page. We'll have Week 10 matchups as soon as they are announced, but pretty certain it's going to be a road game after 2 straight home games and Thanksgiving at home. So we wish the Hilltoppers best on Week 10. We're assuming they'll be on the road. We're hoping that Diamond will have a home game so we can bring you more football next week before Thanksgiving live in a couple of weeks. For now, Evan Massoud saying so long from Durfee High School. The Hilltoppers grab win number 1, 21-18.